Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. We're here at the shop. Just wanted to make a shop video. Just start posting more here on YouTube and trying to come up with some content. So I'm just going to show you what a day in the life is at Randerson Racing. So this was our spare car Sleepy out of the nose of the trailer, and original Gangster over there. We are going to build Pepper for Charlotte. And Pepper is the car we crashed in Oregon. I'll insert the clip. Pepper is back from getting fixed. Here's Pepper. Fresh powder coat, ready to go. We got to put a new sticker on her. But all the parts for Pepper over here, and they've already been cleaned, ready. So this is really just an assembly of a car. So we plan on taking Pepper, and then we'll take Sleepy as our spare to Charlotte. And we'll go to Charlotte, and that'll be it for Randerson Racing of 2025. Then we'll move into 26 and go from there. That's all I can say. But here's Pepper. We're gonna get all this stuff put together. You can see steering box, motor plate, torque tube driveline, the rear end, the bird cage, everything's been serviced. It's clean, just has to go together and grease together. So the longest part of building Pepper will be the cockpit. The cockpit on a sprint car takes the longest to put together. Just with your steering box, your fuel system, brake pedal, all that stuff takes quite a bit of time. But this car has the chasm, so the seat goes in pretty easy for sure. But yeah, first we gotta get the shop organized, get some room made so we can get Pepper in the center and ready to be assembled. All right, so now we got Sleepy in its spot. I'm gonna start assembling this bad girl. So we start with the motor plate, floor pan, and then we'll work on getting the steering box in, and then we'll work on the brakes, the fuel, that type of stuff. But first, let's get the motor plate and floor pan in. All right, well, only 4 bolts hold on this motor plate, 2 on each side. Then you're gonna see me jack up the floor pan here, and that takes a million tiny bolts. So once I get all those ran in, we're gonna start putting studs in the motor plate here in a second. So this holds on the torque ball. I red Loctite them because you don't want them coming loose. It just makes it easier. It lines everything up easier. It just makes the car a little bit nicer. And then in a second, you'll see us silicone the front of the motor plate to where the floor pan meets there. That's if the motor's leaking oil or anything like that. Just helps keep everything clean. All right, well, that takes way too long. And I don't know why. Well, we have these million bolts that hold in the floor pan here. And then when you put the motor plate in, we run studs through it to hold on your torque ball and your fuel and power steering pump. And then we silicone the front. Don't mind it. It'll dry clear. But next stop, the steering box. All right, well, this is where we're at. We got the steering box in, wing valve, wing cylinder, and then we got the torque ball in. So next up, driveline. So we'll go ahead and get the torque tube in it, rear end, put the rear bushings in it, hook up some bars and arms, go from there. But it's an all-day process, getting the bolts and getting everything right. It's a time-consuming process, but that's the next step, driveline. All right, well, you're gonna see Mom and I carry the rear end over here. I'm gonna take the right side bird cage off. It helps slide the rear end through the frame here. Then I'm gonna start working on getting the driveline ready to go in, meaning the drive shaft. So I'll clean the coupler, make sure the driveline's greased, put it in there. And the way we run our rear ends, we have to run a snap clip that holds the front of the drive shaft in. So you wanna make sure that baby is in there right. And once you get that in there, you zip tie the front of the seal, keep the grease in, put the torque tube up to it. I'm running the bolts on now, and we'll tighten those up. We'll definitely torque them, but just getting everything put together right now. Put it on 5 and 6 inch blocks. Then I'll make sure our bird cages are good and serviced. Check everything out on them. Just make sure everything's nice and fresh, good grease. Last time this car was raced was out west. And I'll do the left side, did the right side. Now I'm going to hook up the Jacobs ladder. This is what keeps the rear end square from left to right. Alright, so here's the drive line put in the car. You want to make sure your ball's free, or you can rotate this. Jacobs ladder will move like that, and your arms can slide. So you do this on 5 and 6 inch blocks. That's how you, I mean, there's a lot of measuring that goes on to squaring up a rear end, but that's how you can generally check if your rear end's close. Definitely still want to measure and whatnot, but after that, so we got the drive line in. Now we'll start working on brakes, all the brake lines, get that ran to the back, throttle pedal. All right, so got the master cylinder sitting here. The brake is pretty simple. It's just on a pivot. Forgot to drill those holes out for powder coat. So before I can tighten the master cylinder up right here, we have our fuel block that goes off of that. So it goes in between the bolts here. I grab that next. All right. Just like that, we got brakes. Keep checking things off the list. So our gas pedals, they're pretty simple. They just sit on a stud here, foot goes in there and down, and it pulls this rod down. And that opens up the throttle. Not near as much to these as people might think. You don't tighten these up too much, because they won't move. But keep on moving. Good. Now you got a gas pedal. These are where your torsion bar ride. Torsion bar bushings. This is a tool to put them in. So you put these in, then you hone it with this honing tool. Make sure your bars stay straight in there. Reamer. But these just simply go in. This part keeps it straight. So you see through the tube, this guides it, keeps it straight. It's hard to get everything started at first though. Well, here's the front end. Go ahead and slide this Paparuski right on through. All right, that was easy. All right, just like that, front axle's in, drive line's in, steering box, brakes, some of the fuel system. We'll end the video there. Next up is the chasm system for the seat. Then we get the fire bottle in, and what else goes in here? Just the rest of the fuel system. Then we get a tail tank on this thing, and then put an engine in it. And the engine's going in is this one, which had a mag issue, so we have to put a different mag in and time it. But this is the engine we'll run at Charlotte, and after Charlotte, we'll take it out and send it over to Don Ott to get refreshed for next year. But let me know what type of videos you guys want to see. Gonna just start posting more and more, show you more inside our life. And this is it. And remember, every $5 you spend on shopv3.com gets you an entry to win that Sur-Ron right there. Yeah, bad to the bone. Like I said, that thing's $5 of value, so don't be afraid to enter to win that thing. And thank you everyone for the love and support, and we'll catch you in the next video.